It's my first day off, having finished 89 hours. I'm a senior nurse. My jaw is aching so much from trying to smile and carry lots of stuff on my shoulders, including, may I say, big thanks to lots of students that were in the second year of the degrees, physios, nurses, etc. They volunteered to help. I feel so sorry for them because they're seeing a level of nursing that they should never ever have to see, and they were probably scarred for their lives. I got up at 7 o'clock this morning. I have seen numerous families and gangs of people walking around, and all I want to say to people is please don't do it. I saw a woman walking down the road with a 6-week-old baby or thereabouts. She had a mask on and the baby was in a pram. There was a lot of misinformation to begin with. We said that the elderly were at risk. As I understand it, because I've studied epidemiology for years as well, it's to do with the level of exposure. So irrespective of your age, if you are exposing yourself constantly potentially to viral load, you will get more extreme symptoms, and no matter how old or young you are, potentially you will die. Because as every single one of my colleagues has said on the phone today, we are broken. So people that normally maybe we could save, maybe we won't be able to save because there's so many. And I know I've heard comments, people going, what's the big fuss? There's only been 500 people that have died today. Trust me, public, if you saw the way these people are dying, despite our best efforts, you wouldn't want to be one of those 500.
And so, you know and I know, stay at home, stay at home, stay at home. And, because women are making massive sacrifices. We've not got PPE. My daughter's a junior doctor. We've not seen each other for weeks. We are all broken. We are exhausted. I am averaging a 6-hour sleep. I've taken a day off today so that I can get my head straight and feel a little bit rested before I go back in for another 8-12-hour shift to support my staff. We are making these sacrifices. Not going out for a walk won't kill you. Not going to a park and sitting in the sun won't kill you. Can you put into a sentence the little nugget that these people might need, because they're still not getting it clearly enough?
It's still the level of exposure. So if I could make a really simple analogy, when we go out in the sun, if we go out for 30 minutes, potentially we know that we could damage skin cells and get skin cancer. It's that simple. If we go out in it for 12 hours, our genetic, lifestyle choices, etc., will affect the risk of whether we get skin cancer and die, the same as the person in it for 30 minutes. But the symptoms, because you've been in it for 12 hours, will be far more extensive. Does that make sense? So it does,
and I need one more thing from...
Not to do with catching it, it's to do with
the amount of exposure. But for people, younger people who've listened to some of the reportage, and whether through a degree of callousness or ignorance or something that we could both be a little bit more compassionate about, doesn't matter at the moment because we need to address all of them. The people who are thinking, oh, well, it won't affect me even if I do catch it, it's only going to affect old people or asthmatics. Just tell them why they need to start behaving differently now, because otherwise people like you... Go on.
Just as much as likely to die at 19 years of age if your pal has it and you spend 4 hours in the park playing football, because you will be inhaling a much, much bigger viral load. If you then inhale that big viral load and you develop phase 2, you will end up on a ventilator, and there is a 50% chance you will die. So if you want to flip a coin and go and play football and catch this and potentially die, then go ahead and do it. But there will not be a health service in 3 months because we are already broken, we are already exhausted, because we didn't have PPE. Several of my colleagues have now got this virus and can't work. So there is only a certain amount of time that we will be able to carry this level of infection.
So we sit here and we listen to you, and our eyes well up a little perhaps, and our hearts swell, and we feel this amazing sense of gratitude. You don't want any of that. You just want people to stay the flip at home.
Yeah, not go to Aldi with the 3 children and the husband, where potentially one of those partners could stay at home with the 3 children. Look, James, I don't know whether I've got it. I had to go shopping this morning because I've been on duty for days and days and days, and I'm going back for 8 days. Eat. I've got to eat at some point, but I was walking around the supermarket trying to avoid children running around with both parents because it was an outing for them. No, the guilt on my shoulders at that level. I've been a nurse for 29 years. I'm very, very calm. I'm a critical care nurse. But today I was literally sidestepping young children whose parents saw it as a playground.
Well, hopefully some of them are listening. Hopefully some of them are listening.
I hope it's the first time I've ever phoned a radio show. You guys keep my sanity. It's my day off, and all I've done is switched on the radio, not the TV.
Right. Well, do you know I don't often say this, but switch me off now. All right.
Okay, I will. All right.
Switch the radio off. Put the phone down. Get your head down. Look after yourself and take care, because we need you, Nicola, and we're so grateful for everything that you're doing. Thank you. God bless.